Hello Pokemon trainers, this is GatorEX, and what if I had my own Pokemon League? This was a question asked by Birdkeeper Toby last week, and it's a lot similar to previous Pokemon Gym and Pokemon Island trial videos. I figured it sounded like a cool idea, so today I'm bringing you my Pokemon League. Before I begin, let me just remind you to follow me on Twitter at this handle, and check out my last video for yet another video responding to Birdkeeper Toby's discussion. Yeah, he's got some cool stuff to respond to. With that out of the way, let's begin. So this Pokemon League will be set in a new region, the Sinjoh region. This region is sort of between Sinnoh and Johto, both geographically and culturally. It is, of course, given the same name as the Sinjoh ruins, which connects the two regions. Because of this, the Elite Four members will be characters we've seen in Generation 4. The first room of the league starts out as a dark forest path. There's an almost uncomfortable atmosphere, and it feels familiar. The main part of the room is a clearing that feels just a bit more welcoming. In the center stands the first league member, Cheryl. She'll make a comment about how it's easy to get lost in the woods, referencing the situation in Diamond and Pearl where she needed help getting through the Eterna Forest. Now, the battle begins. In Generation 4, Cheryl specialized in Pokemon with high HP, but there was a relatively common type in her various Pokemon, Normal type. Because of this, her team will consist of Miltank, Porygon Z, Snorlax, and her signature Pokemon Chansey. Hopefully you'll be able to take down these walls, and if you do, you'll move on to the next room. The path to the second room gets progressively rockier and warmer until you reach the field, which resembles Stark Mountain. Across a bridge over a pit of lava stands Buck. He says something along the lines of needing to be tough to move any further. Originally, Buck specialized in Pokemon with defense and special defense, but rock and ground types were most common. His team will consist of Probopass, Steelix, Bastiodon, and his signature Pokemon Claydol. Even though these are more defensive Pokemon, they shouldn't be too hard to defeat if you're skilled enough. You start out on your next path, which is rocky. But once you come to the next room, it's a grassy plateau with water on either side. The next challenger, Marley, will be waiting for you. Before, she specialized in Pokemon with high speed. Most of these Pokemon were flying type aside from her signature Pokemon. Her team will consist of Ninjask, Crobat, Aerodactyl, and the odd one out, Arcanine. The flying type Pokemon would even make a nice reference to Shaymin's Skyform, since Marley was interested in Shaymin. Having a quadrupedal ground-bound Pokemon in Arcanine could also serve as a reference to Shaymin's duality. The next path will lead you into a castle. It's reminiscent of some of the architecture in Cameron. The league member inside this chamber is Riley. He normally specializes in Pokemon with high attack, and there was a consistent team of fighting type Pokemon. So his team will be made up of Gallade, Heracross, Toxicroak, and his signature Pokemon, Lucario. He'll put up quite a fight, being the final Elite Four member and having so many strong Pokemon. If you can overcome him, you've defeated the Elite Four, and now only the champion remains. From the castle, the path will lead you to ancient dragon ruins on a mountaintop. It might resemble the Dragon's Den from Gold and Silver, but it will be more open, allowing for various elements to come together. I'll be there in the middle with my arms crossed. I'll greet you saying, "Normally only Dragon Masters climb to temples like this, but I thought some trainers would want to try it. Once you catch your breath, show me your strength in a battle." Some of my favorite Pokemon are Dragon types or something similar. Dragon type champions in the past have never used full Dragon teams, so my first Pokemon will be Gyarados, my second favorite. Following Gyarados will be Charizard, my Kanto starter, and Sceptile, my Hoenn starter. Of course, these Pokemon aren't technically Dragon types, but their Mega Evolutions are, and they'll definitely put up a fight. Following them are Flygon and Hydreigon. These are two Pokemon that I always try to have on my playthrough teams if they're available in that region. They always take dedication and pre-planning to train them up from their humble basic forms. Lastly is my favorite Pokemon, Feraligatr. Originally, I felt a little odd having so many starters on my team, but league members have done that in the past before. Once you defeat my team of dragons and honorary dragon Pokemon, you will have become the champion of the Sinjoh region. Congratulations. Anyway, that's been all for my Pokemon League video. Let me know what you think down in the comments below. Do you have any ideas for your own Pokemon League? And in fact, if you make your own video, go ahead and tweet it to me at Twitter, or even just leave a comment down here. If you do leave a comment on this video, please don't post any links because YouTube will flag that as spam and it won't be public. I look forward to see whatever you guys have come up with. If you enjoyed the content, remember to also subscribe and enable notifications by clicking the bell icon. This will make sure you see each new video as it's posted, and will make you a member of the Chingling Squad. Anyway, this has been GatorEX. Have a nice day.